The government has some special programs to help underrepresented communities get access to capital even if they don't have the best credit. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick training, give you some resources so you can learn how to find these organizations that are funded through the government and exactly how to do business with them so you can get the capital that your business finally needs. And this works even if you're a startup, established business, invest in real estate, and different options. So let's go. So if you're looking for funding for your business and your credit's not the best, this is one of the many options that are available to you. And this is a government funded program, and these institutions are called CDFIs, Community Development Financial Institutions. So before I get to how to find these institutions, let's talk about how they got developed so you understand how they work. Right. So they came about through the Community Reinvestment Act in the 1970s. So you have ever heard of redlining? Redlining used to happen, and that's when banks only used to lend to certain zip codes, so they wouldn't get in trouble. They won't lend to the people they wanted to lend to. Right. That's just something that happened. It's factual. So the government stepped in the 1970s, and they said that well, if you guys want to do business and the communities that you're in and you want to keep growing, you also have to lend to all communities, right? All the zip codes where you have a branch location. Like you cannot just collect certain fee revenues like overdraft fees from a specific zip code and then lend to another zip code. So the bank created that act, and one of the provisions there, that's how they got some funding for the CDFIs. And then what big banks did, instead of trying to figure out how to provide this funding for these underrepresented communities, these people in the zip codes, they either donated the money, they lent them money through the CDFI so they could get CRA credit, right? So they could get enough credit, and so they don't pay a fine to the government, and they can keep expanding, growing their the bank. So that's how CDFIs got created, and then they're funded. They could get funding from anybody. Anybody can donate money to a CDFI, get a tax break. They get funding from the big banks, so they could get CRA credit. And also, they get funding from the U.S. Treasury. Okay. So who do they serve? Like, let's see you qualify for this. So they serve underserved populations. Specifically, they serve women in business. They serve minorities. They serve people of color, right? They serve people that live or in low income communities, or businesses that serve people in low income communities. So and they also serve people that live in rural areas. These are the four main buckets. That's not to say that's all the people that they serve. But that's the main focus through all the 1,600 CDFIs that are out there. So again, you can still get funding regardless of whatever color your skin is, as long as you fall within any of these four buckets, right? Because when I talk about this, I always get a random comments. What about me? So anybody can get, as long as you're in a part of an underrepresented community. Now, CDFIs love to lend to businesses that create some sort of impact, right? Businesses that have community facilities, businesses that are small in nature, micro enterprises, businesses that are going to create more jobs in the local communities that are underrepresented, and also businesses that like to invest to provide affordable housing. So you're going to get a lot of benefits from this type of institutions if your business loan that you need is gonna focus in creating a tangible impact. Now that impact and what the CDFI focus in, it's gonna depend mostly on the mission of the CDFI. You can always check with them. So again, they lend to underrepresented communities. And how many CDFIs in the United States? Like probably like around 1,600, something like that. That last time I shared, I checked, right? And they love to lend to people low moderate income areas, low income communities, according to the census tract. So the census says that you are in a LMI area, then most likely there's a local CDFI that can help you. How do you find them? So very simple. You can go through the U.S. Treasury website and find the official latest list of the active CDFIs, or you can go to that link here, and let's actually go to the site. You can go to ofn.org, and they have these CDFIs are some of the ones that I like to work with, just because they're registered with OFN, the Opportunity Finance Network. And what you do is you go to search, then you're gonna filter. lending type business. There are also CDFIs that lend to consumers and people are looking for affordable housing or maybe the credit score is not the best to go to Main Street banking. They do provide those type of loans for mortgages, but we're gonna focus on businesses. Go to the area, whatever state you're in. Let's see, I'll do Florida. Filter, and it's gonna give you a list of them. And what you want to do is you want to give these people a call or go to their site and see what the mission is, see they're close by to you. And what I want you to do is I want you to give them a call. Be like, hey, my name is Mr. Customer. I have a 590 credit score. My credit was affected because of this, but now I'm taking care of it. I'm trying to fix it. But I do need a loan for my business, existing business, whatever your situation is, just let them know what it is, right? And then see they have something available to help you. So let's talk about bad credit. Let's say if your credit is not the best and you're looking for funding with these institutions, and let's say you were just somebody that had bad luck, and I say bad luck that basically, I don't know, you have a medical bill you couldn't pay at the moment, something that was out of your control, and that's affecting your credit. Maybe your student loans are out of control, something that you really couldn't control. And now you're trying to actively fix the situation, whether it is through credit repair, even having a minimum monthly payment of $10 a month, like something where you weren't just being irresponsible. Let's say, like compared to you didn't want to pay that T-Mobile bill, that Verizon bill, just because out of spite with the big companies, which by the way they don't care, doesn't really affect them. Then if you can explain and have a good reason as to what happened, maybe you were ill, you couldn't make, you lost your job, you went through a worldwide pandemic, and you have a chance of getting approved for these deals. But let's take a quick look. I like Ascendus, do a lot of business with them for some of my clients that are on my mentorship. But if we go to their site, right, we'll go to products. Let's say I want to get a business term loan. Look at the minimum credit score, 575. If you go to a regular bank, a Main Street bank, you will never get that approval like that, right? Like a 575 credit score, you're gonna have to be a tier one credit customer to be able to qualify, right? But just every CDFI has different requirements. So here you can see you can't really have any active debts over $3,000, no bankruptcies the last year, no foreclosures in the last two. So, but again, every single institution is different. So make sure you check out whichever one can work with you, and also just give them a call, even if you don't find a program on their website, because some of these institutions are so small they don't really update their website that much. And guess what? If you're looking for a microloan, like through the microloan program that the SBA has, these institutions are there in the intermediary that provides that manages the microloans for the SBA. So again, if you're a startup, you're probably looking at $50K, up to max $50K approval if it's your first time doing business with them. If you're an established business, there's a chance you can get $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, whatever the lending capacity is, as long as you qualify. So there you have it. That's one option. So you guys want me to make more videos like this, or you want me to provide more options where you can get funding with bad credit? We're not the best credit, right? Like different options for you to get funding. Just comment on this video below. And if you're actually going through the process with any of these institutions, let me know as well. Whatever questions you have, put them in the comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So see you in the next one.